Hi guys, I'm Steex, Untitled production. IK Multimedia just released this new audio interface. This is the iRig ℎ𝙎𝙀 version. So let me do a really brief introduction telling you all the features of this new iRig and the addiction, and then I move to my desktop so I can show you how this unit sounds and it's easy to use. So what is the main differences between this new iRig ℎ𝙎𝙀 and the previous ℎ𝙎2? Well, basically have been added three different features. The first one is that now you have the tuner, so you can see and tune your guitar or bass directly and sing basically directly here on the LEDs that you have here on the rotary knobs. Really easy. I'll show you in a moment. The second addition is that now you have the zero latency monitor. You can monitor what you are playing without the latency of your DAW. Super great for recording. And the last addition, but not least because it's really great, now you have the loopback mode. So basically you can stream with this really tiny audio interface directly on YouTube or Instagram, whatever you want, using the application, for example, Amplitude or tonex or whatever kind of application you want on your DAW. And you can stream directly with processed signal. Basically, what you are listening on the headphones, you can stream directly on the streaming platform. This is really handy because with really tiny audio interface, you can basically switch all the channels you want in very fast way. So let's now move to the desktop so I can show you how this audio interface sounds, how it works, and how it's really easy to manage all the settings. Alright, so let's start showing you how this iRig ℎ𝙎𝙀 sounds and works with my iPad, and then for the loopback I'll show you with my Mac because basically I have here my streaming software. Talking about the connection, you have at the bottom the connection for your instruments. You can use your guitar or your bass. Then you have the output to go to your amplifier. So here you can go directly to amplifier without any cabinet, so to use basically the software that you are using. For example, right now I have basically the tonex, and you can send the processed sound, or you can also send the not processed sound. So basically you want maybe to go directly to a real amplifier and real cabinet to reamp, basically to send basically your DI signal. It's up to you, and I'll show you in a moment how to do that. Then you have, of course, the USB, and it's provided the USB-C to USB-C if you want to connect directly to your PC or your Mac, and it's also provide the USB-C to Lightning, because if you want to use with your iPad or your iPhone, actually you need a Lightning. In the near future, there will be iPhone with USB-C, unfortunately. Then the last output is your headphones, and this is a 3.5mm output jack. In my opinion, was better to have a 6.3mm jack, so basically the normal jack for the audio. But anyway, it's my opinion because I prefer to use high quality headphones, and sometimes you don't have the adapter for 6.3 to 3.5. It's normal to have 3.5 to 6.3, but anyway, not a problem. Then, as you can see, you have 4 different LEDs, 4 different programs, only one knob to manage everything. This knob is a rotary knob, but it's also clickable. So let me show you. Here right now I've basically the LEDs, blue LED on my headphones. Now I can manage my headphones. So basically when I turn, as you can see, I'm lowering basically the volume. As you can see, it's telling me that I'm lowering the volume. So here I can raise or not the volume. This volume will control both the headphones, so the headphones here, and also the overall output of the amplifier. So basically what you are sending to the amplifier. So both together. So you have to raise and you can play. So now you are listening the sound from the amplifier. Basically, I'm sending this amplifier directly to audio interface to record. Basically, I'm recording my tonex from the iPad. And you can record up to 96 kHz 24 bits. I can show you, you can go here on the settings. For example, let me place this here. You can see 44.1, and I can go up to 96 kHz if I want. So as you can see, when I play, you can see the LEDs that are blinking. This is telling me the input of my, of course, of my instrument. So if I play, if I touch the knob, basically, I can see all the volume. Then I have to wait a moment to see again the input. You cannot manage the input of your audio interface here, but you have to go directly on the software. You can see basically the input here, the level input. And here you can manage the input. Then let's go to the second block. You can press once and you can go here on the second LED. This is the FX through. So you can decide here to listen the effects, so all the processed effects of your application that you are using, or the DI. Let me say that this will not change what you are listening from the headphones. The headphones will listen always the affected part, okay? Only here you can decide to send basically to an amplifier the DI or the affected part. As you can listen now is the affected part. If I go here, so basically you can turn and you can see you can go to the left or to the right, and this is changing basically what you are sending. All to the left, affected part. All to the right, my DI. And I can basically connect another amplifier, maybe a PA system, maybe a speaker in your stage to listen differently. I don't know. Or you can use a guitar amplifier, use another cabinet and microphones and make your own sound. Pay attention that using this feature on the headphones, you will listen always what is working here on the application. So basically you can also merge the two different sounds. This is really great. Let's return back. Okay, now let's go to the third part. Let's click. And this is the monitor part. So basically you are telling again, if you go to the side, one side or the other side, if you want to listen the direct monitor. So if you want to record with low latency, so basically zero latency, because you are listening what you are playing, okay? So this is really useful when you record directly to your DAW. I cannot show you this because it's only from the headphones. I'm not connected now the headphones. So basically on a side you will not active the zero latency monitor, on the other side you will active the zero latency monitor. You will listen from the headphones this effect. Basically when you active the zero latency monitor, you will basically send the non-processed sound also here to the amplifier. For example, now it's not active. If I go to the right, it's active. But from here, so from the amplifier, I can listen the zero latency monitor. So it's impossible to get both the effects processed with the zero latency monitor. Now, before we go to the loopback, I want to show you that you can use, of course, the tuner. So if you press and hold this, now I'm in the looper, and as you can see, no any LED is blinking, no any LEDs are light up. If I play now, I can see the tuner. But let me show you how the tuner works. Basically here you can see that it's lighting up if you are in tune, okay? The two sides, so the two LEDs on the sides, basically is telling you if you are up or low 5 cents, okay? So basically let me detune this. Okay, now I'm 5 cents lower. I can raise. Okay, until it's in tune. But the other, because as you can see, are lighting up, well, the other LEDs are telling you which note you are playing. So basically it's telling you if this is an A, is a B, is a C, is a D, okay? And depending on which kind of LEDs will light up, will tell you which is the tune, basically the note that you are playing. For example, this is an A, and this is for A and B. So if I play B, it's the same but is in red. Now let's, for example, play a D. This is the D because it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so A, B, C, D. Another G. So it's telling you which kind of note you are playing, and if you are into really, really great, you have to hold again to go again on the loopback. Now let me show you the loopback. The loopback, again, you have two different positions. This is the no any loopback, so the loopback is disengaged. If you turn, you can see these other two dots on the sides. So basically it's telling you that now the loopback is on. Let me show you the differences. So let's go now on my Mac. Let me swap the cable because I have to connect this iRig directly to my audio interface, directly to the Mac. And this cable is just a bit short to connect it. So let me swap. Okay, so now, for example, here I have the tonex, and I've basically managed this to use with the iRig HD. As you can see, iRig HD X, input is the input 1, and I have, of course, the output. I can play with the tonex, for example. By the way, these are my captures, my tone models. If you are interested, you can purchase some marketing. Now, I want to use this sound to string, basically. So how to do that? Well, here I have the loopback. Let me show you now the first position. Now the loopback is disengaged. And for example, when I play, basically I send only my DI. Let me show you. So this is my streaming platform that usually I use for the streaming. This is eCam. Of course, it's black because I'm not sending the camera right now. But I tell you to the eCam only to record, okay? I don't want to stream, I record. So let me show you. Here I have the sound, and I have to choose the iRig HDX, okay? I listen this one, but let's record. Okay. Finish and recording, and let's listen now what I recorded. I recorded only the DI, so I have to engage the loopback. To engage the loopback now, I have to turn. As you can see, now is engaged, but is not fully engaged because you have to basically reset the iRig. So you have to go again to the first position. As you can see, all the 4 different LEDs were lighting up, so basically now is fully reset. If I go again to the loopback, now it's again in the position for the loopback on. Here I have now to change to the input 3. Okay, because with the loopback, the input will change, basically, the input here. So you have the input 3 that became your instrument. So you have to tell to the tonex that you have to place the input 3. Now let's go to the live cam, so the eCam. Let's record now. Finish and recording, and let's listen the result. So it's really easy to use, really handy, it's super light, so you can bring with you whatever you want and record during your travel. So guys, you have the link in the description, let me know what you think about, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!